everyone, and welcome back to Two Healing Minds. In this video, we are focusing on 5 ways to overcoming social anxiety in everyday situations. Before we start, please subscribe to our channel and get useful videos on mental health on a weekly basis. Social anxiety is more than just feeling nervous in social situations. It's a pervasive fear of judgment, embarrassment, or rejection by others. This fear can be debilitating, causing intense physical symptoms like sweating, trembling, and a racing heart. Understanding that social anxiety is a common and treatable condition is the first step towards overcoming it. By recognizing the irrationality of our anxious thoughts and the physical sensations they trigger, we can begin to challenge and manage them effectively. Here are 5 ways to help. One of the most powerful ways to deal with social anxiety is by challenging those negative thoughts that often fuel it. Think about it this way. When you catch yourself worrying that everyone's judging you or that you'll embarrass yourself, take a moment to really question those thoughts. Is there any real evidence to back them up? And hey, we've all had those moments where we felt awkward or stumbled over our words in social situations, right? It's totally normal. So instead of beating yourself up over it, try to challenge those unrealistic expectations you might have. You don't have to be flawless. Nobody is. Here's a little trick you can try. Cognitive restructuring. It's all about swapping out those negative thoughts with more balanced, realistic ones. So next time you catch yourself spiraling into negativity, ask yourself, is this really true? Or what's a more helpful way to look at this? And let's not forget about self-compassion. It's so important to treat yourself with kindness, especially when you're feeling anxious or self-critical. Remember, you're human, and it's okay to make mistakes. Try practicing some self-soothing techniques, like positive self-talk or mindfulness, to help calm those anxious thoughts. So, by challenging those negative thoughts, you're taking a big step towards reducing the power of social anxiety in your life. Keep practicing, and remember to be kind to yourself along the way. You've got this. Gradual exposure is a tried and true method for overcoming social anxiety by systematically facing feared situations in a controlled and manageable way. The premise is simple. By gradually exposing yourself to social situations that trigger anxiety, you can desensitize yourself to those triggers and build confidence over time. Here's how you can implement gradual exposure to conquer social anxiety. Identify triggering situations. Start by identifying specific social situations that consistently trigger your anxiety. These could be anything from attending parties or social gatherings to speaking up in meetings or making phone calls. Create a hierarchy of exposure. Once you've identified your triggering situations, create a hierarchy of exposure, ranking them from least to most anxiety-provoking. For example, if attending a party is highly anxiety-inducing for you, that might be at the top of your hierarchy, while making small talk with a stranger could be at the bottom. Start small. Begin by exposing yourself to the least anxiety-provoking situations on your hierarchy. This might involve practicing social interactions in low-stakes environments, such as chatting with a friend or family member, or engaging in role-playing exercises with a therapist. Gradually increase exposure. As you become more comfortable with lower-level exposures, gradually work your way up your hierarchy, exposing yourself to progressively more challenging situations. Take small, manageable steps and don't rush the process. Progress at your own pace. Practice coping strategies. Throughout the exposure process, practice coping strategies to manage any anxiety or discomfort that arises. This might include deep breathing exercises, positive self-talk, or visualization techniques. Remember that it's normal to feel anxious when facing feared situations, but with practice, you can learn to tolerate and even thrive in them. By systematically exposing yourself to feared social situations in a gradual and controlled manner, you can desensitize yourself to the triggers of social anxiety and build confidence in your ability to navigate social interactions. With patience, persistence, and the right support, you can overcome social anxiety and reclaim your life. Let's talk about mindfulness and relaxation techniques. These are like your secret weapons against social anxiety, and trust me, they can make a big difference. So picture this. You're in a social situation, feeling those nerves kick in. That's where these techniques come in handy. Ever heard of deep breathing? It's super simple, but crazy effective. Just take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, and then let it out slowly through your mouth. Do this a few times, and you'll start to feel that tension melting away. Another technique I love is progressive muscle relaxation. Basically, you tense up one muscle group at a time, like your fists or your shoulders, and then slowly release that tension. It's like giving yourself a mini massage, and it feels amazing. Oh, and let's not forget about visualization. This one's all about using your imagination to create a calming mental image. So, if you're feeling anxious before a social event, try visualizing yourself succeeding and feeling confident. It might sound a little woo-woo, but trust me, it works wonders. Now here's the cool part. You don't have to wait until you're in the middle of a social situation to practice these techniques. In fact, incorporating them into your daily routine can be a game changer. Just set aside a few minutes each morning to do some deep breathing or mindfulness meditation, and you'll be amazed at how much calmer and more confident you feel throughout the day. So next time those social butterflies start fluttering in your stomach, remember to take a deep breath, relax those muscles, and visualize yourself rocking it. You've got this. All right, let's chat about building those social skills. This is a biggie when it comes to kicking social anxiety to the curb and really connecting with people. First things first, take a moment to think about where you might feel a bit shaky in social situations. Maybe it's starting conversations, or perhaps it's keeping that eye contact locked in. Whatever it is, identifying these areas is the first step. Now here's the fun part, setting some goals. And hey, they don't have to be huge, world-changing goals. Start small. Maybe it's saying hi to a coworker you don't usually talk to, or maybe it's joining a club or group that interests you. Small steps lead to big changes, my friend. When you're out there mingling, remember to put those social skills to work. Practice active listening. Really focus on what the other person is saying instead of worrying about what you're going to say next. Show some empathy too. It's amazing how far a little understanding can go in a conversation. And don't forget about assertiveness. It's all about speaking up for yourself in a respectful way. If you're not sure how to do this, don't worry. It's a skill that you can learn and practice over time. Oh, and here's a pro tip. Don't be afraid to ask for feedback. Seriously, it's one of the best ways to improve your social skills. Just ask a friend or mentor for their thoughts on how you're doing and use their feedback to keep growing and getting better. So remember, building social skills is all about practice and persistence. Take those small steps. Keep putting yourself out there and watch those social butterflies start to fly away. You've got this. If you find that social anxiety is significantly impacting your daily life and relationships, don't hesitate to seek professional help. Therapists and counselors trained in cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, and exposure therapy can provide personalized support and guidance tailored to your specific needs. Additionally, medications or other treatment options may be recommended based on your individual circumstances. Remember, seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness, and it's an important step towards overcoming social anxiety and reclaiming your life. One online therapy option is linked below. Online therapy is convenient and there are many perks. They do offer financial assistance. They offer individual and couple therapy, one 45-minute session per week, unlimited messaging, an 8-section CBT program, yoga, meditation videos, acting plans. It is all on a secure, confidential platform. Feel free to share your experiences with social anxiety below. Connect and share with others in the mental health community. Empower yourself with mental health knowledge by subscribing to this channel. Feel free to like, share, and comment on the video. Thank you and best wishes with your healing.